What's up, Jones Bones? It is your girl, Unitedly Random, and today we are doing a Halloween tarot spread, Trick or Treat edition. This spread was created by Emerald Lotus Divination, and I'm gonna go ahead and pop the spread on the screen right now. I want you guys to go ahead and be able to look at it because we're working on the trick. Excuse me, we're working on the trick and we are working on the treat. You know, like I said last time, I might as well be called Unitedly Random Shadow Worker Person. Anyway, I love working on that shadow, baby. And today we are working on that shadow by trying to get down to what is tricking you and trying to find the treat in your life, trying to find the thing that you should be leaning towards, the positivity that you're not giving a chance, right? And to do that, I have multiple different decks, okay? So this deck right here, do not know the name of this deck, but V Loving Crystals actually gave me this deck as a gift recently. And then also she gave me this deck as well. And then this is her Fortune Cookie Oracle deck. And then I also have her Eye Candy Oracle deck over here. This is just the regular Rider-Waite tarot deck. And if you guys want to go ahead and get either of these decks, specifically, I don't know the names of these. I need to find out the names of these. As soon as I find out the names of these, I'll put it in a comment down below. But these decks, V Loving Crystals decks, the Fortune Cookie Oracle deck, and also the Eye Candy Oracle, you guys can go ahead and look in the description box where I put all of her links in that description box. Now, if you want the regular Rider-Waite tarot deck, I got this one, and it came as a set with the red cards that I used to use a lot, if you guys have been on my channel for a while. But it came with like little quotes, little quote cards, and then also the tarot cards, and that was like a little $20 combo. The link will be on my Amazon storefront. All you gotta do to get to that is go to my link tree, and the very first link is my Amazon storefront. That will show you all of the tarot cards that I have, the ones that aren't necessarily indie. Anything that's on Amazon, you'll see all of the tarot cards that are on Amazon, and if you click any of those links, I might get a little commission, you know, help your girl out. So that was a very long intro to get into the Halloween tarot spread, Trick or Treat edition. So you guys are gonna watch the intro, and I'm gonna go ahead and get to shuffling.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
And we are back, and I don't want to hold you too much longer. That intro was pretty long. For card number one, we're talking about the trick. We're pulling out 3 cards. The first card is the card to represent something that is tricking the collective. What is tricking the collective? Boom. Okay, the next card is to pull out how are the collective, how are we being fooled by this thing? How are we being fooled by this thing? Boom. And then the last card is going to be, how can we gain a clear perspective and stop being tricked? How can we open up and stop being tricked? How can the collective not be tricked by this thing that is tricking us, okay? And we have 3 cards already pulled out. Now, I'm going to go ahead and pull out the treat cards as well. The treat cards, a card that represents a treat in the collective's life. A card that represents a treat in the collective's life. Boom. Okay, and then a way that we can fully embrace this treat. Can you give us a way we can fully embrace this treat? Boom. I'm really doing it really fast today. I don't know why. It's something, ooh, that was a lot. That was a lot. That was a lot. But we're not going to take it. I only want 1 card. Something that we don't truly understand about this treat. Something we don't truly understand about this treat. And we already got the 5 of Cups. I believe that was the card that came up, right? I'm thinking already it's you don't understand that these blocks, these setbacks are put there for your divineness. It's put there to make you pause. It's put there to teach you a lesson that you're going to have to learn. Sometimes that setback was actually a blessing in disguise. So that's something that I already picked up with the Five of Cups. And then we go ahead and put this one down, something that I yet don't know about the tree. Now, I have oracle cards, and the way I was going to do the oracle cards is I already have them set out. I wanted to remember which order they came in, but pretty much I wanted to clarify each card with a thing. So this is the trick side and this is the treat side. So like this is gonna number 1, number 2, and number 3. You get me? Number 1, number 2, and number 3. That's how I was gonna do this. And like, let me stop because I'm messing everything up, hitting the table and whatnot. But let's go ahead and start with the first card and then I can clarify. So the first card is talking about something that is tricking the collective. Something that is tricking the collective. Okay, I'm already getting a strong image. You have this belief that someone is actually doing something with the right in their heart. You're trusting people that you shouldn't necessarily be trusting because they're giving you money, they're giving you something, and you're thinking, okay, well, I can trust them. It's kind of giving me, I don't want to go there, but also it's giving me government. We're trusting the government to do right by the people, but the government has its own things that it's doing behind the scenes and things that they're not telling us about. I sound like a conspiracy theory, but like honestly, we already know they're not very forthcoming with everything, as we can see specifically in the beginning when the panoramic happened and the president knew a lot more information, but he played it off. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to get too deep into it. Don't need YouTube to be striking down my video, but you know what I'm saying. Sometimes they have a lot more information than they are going to give us, and so it's kind of giving us, don't be tricked by someone reaching out their hand to give you something. Don't be tricked by someone, oh yeah, I'm giving you this from the righteous of my soul. Because this card right here, I always get a little suspicious when this card comes out, because I feel like the idea of just dropping money into someone's hands instead of just handing it to them, excuse you, rude, but everyone who reads this card sees it as something good, but I've never really felt good when I read that card. So don't, like, the handout, while it might be good, it might get you to the next week, know that the person who's handing you that handout is just doing it to look good. It's a tactic. It's a control tactic. I want you to think that I'm a good person, so I'm going to give you this, and you're not going to question it because you need what I'm going to give you. You want what I'm trying to give you, okay? Let me go ahead and clarify it with one of these cards. Clarify the Six of Pentacles for me. Clarify this. Ooh, you flipped around. Okay. And look at it. Someone's holding something in their hand again. Earlier I said the government. They're working on something that they're doing some stuff behind the scenes, okay? It doesn't necessarily have to be the government. It might be someone in your life, but as this person seems, like in this case, he has something in his hands. He has the scales in his hands. It's a power dynamic. This person right here, a knight, he has power. And what is he holding in his hand but a rose, a white rose and a red rose? And it's giving me very much, okay, being pure, but also balancing desire. I want to be good to people, but I also want to do what I want to do for my own cause. So it's trying to balance helping, but also balance your own desire. I keep saying desire. Desire keeps popping up. Someone is trying to be the good guy, or they desire to be the good guy, but in actuality, their motives aren't as clean, squeaky clean as we would like them to be, okay? So let's go on to how are we being fooled by this? And and we have the Four of Cups in reverse. So this is giving me very much, okay, I'm laughing because it feels kind of silly to me, but it's giving me, okay, it's pulling the wool over our eyes. What it's doing is it's giving us this cup and it's distracting us. You know, before when the cup is upright, it's kind of like we're focusing on these three cups, but we don't necessarily see that other cup, okay, that the universe is handing to us. In this case, because it is in reverse, I feel like we are being fooled by this because we are focusing on these blessings that the hand is giving us, and we don't realize that we already have the power to do things on our own. We don't realize that we already have the tools, and we're just waiting for that pretty much handout. And I don't necessarily want to say handout, but we're waiting for that help from this person in power, because that person in power, we believe in them, we trust them, but in actuality, you are a powerful person yourself. You have a lot of power within you, and you have to trust yourself. And I'm going to clarify it with this deck right here. And this deck is two-sided, so it can give us an image and it also gives us some words. So clarify this Four of Cups. Please clarify this Four of Cups. It says feline mystery. Trusting your senses is key. A slow and cautious approach is needed. The magic message is be alone. Discover your independence. It will feed your soul and strengthen your spirit. What did I just say? What did I just say? We're waiting for a handout and we don't realize that we already have the tools needed. Be alone is what it's calling us to do as a collective. You're being fooled by it because you are trying to do things with other people. You're thinking that you need more help than you actually need, is what I'm getting. And then we have the cat on the back of it. That is a key right there. Did it say anything about a key? It doesn't even say anything about a key, but the key right there, you have the key. Look at this right here. This is a cauldron. You're making something. You have the key and you have the tools. All you have to do is unlock that door. You are more powerful than you even think you are, is what I'm getting from that. And then we got the, how can I gain a clear perspective and stop being tricked? How can we stop being tricked? We have, okay, so earlier, you guys, oh my goodness, earlier we had the person with the scales, and we have the person with the scales again. We're seeing a lot of red. We're seeing a lot of the red's giving me like kind of the people in power, right? With the justice in reverse is giving me, you need to learn that you can't trust people in power as well as you may think you can trust them. You know, it's kind of giving me how people, I've met people online and they think that just because a doctor has taken an oath of this, they will not be rude, or, oh yeah, a teacher, you know, I don't know how to clearly put this, but people believe that oaths will keep someone from being bad. You know what I'm saying? So like, for teachers, we take an ethics oath. Like, oh yes, we won't do this, we won't do that. One of the things is not accepting any monetary items from the parents. We don't accept gifts, right? But the time that I actually was working with a teacher in the school, she actually accepted a gift for Christmas. That lady gave us a $50 Chick-fil-A gift card. $50 Chick-fil-A gift card. According to ethics, we weren't necessarily supposed to accept that, but we ended up accepting it. And the lady was like, oh, it was no big deal. But like, it had me scared. I was like, I'm gonna get in trouble. But it's also people that believe that just because a doctor is in a higher place, they are going to be kind, they are going to be just, they are not going to be pretty much assholes. There's no other way to put it. Or they're going to have a certain level about themselves. But in actuality, everyone is a human, okay? And we're open to human mistakes, and we're open to wanting to stretch our own backs first. We're open to being stuck by our desires. We are very human, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and clarify, what can we do to gain a clear perspective and stop being tricked? Again, stop being tricked, because you have to recognize that the people in power aren't necessarily holding your best interest in hand, okay? How can we stop being tricked? Discover ancient wisdom. Discover ancient wisdom. You have the knowledge already inside of you, is what I'm picking up on. We all have the knowledge already inside of you, and you have to tap into it and discover that you are powerful. You are so powerful. It is within our bones. It is within our rights. It is within our ancestry. We are all powerful beings, but we have to tap into it. And that's one thing. I don't want to get into it, but you know, we hear about it a lot. Going to school kind of beats the individuality out of you. Why? It sounds crazy, but it's so that we can be controlled. You know, the world needs workers, and so we take the individuality out of the kids so that they are better at following instructions. They're better at listening to a person in charge, right? We're not necessarily creating, or in these schools, pushing kids to be their creative self. We're not necessarily pushing them to explore things that they love or their passions, right? We're pushing them to learn this, buy this, take a bunch of tests, and honestly, studying to take a test, I don't remember any of the things that I take in a test, and I've been getting A's, okay? The skills that I need were not necessarily taught to me, you know? Life had to teach it to me. But I don't want to go on a tangent. I'm going to go ahead and get into the treat. So, the first card for the treat, a card to represent a treat in your life. Boom. And we have the Three of Pentacles in reverse. So the Three of Pentacles gives me like a collaboration type of energy, but in reverse, again, it's calling back to you have a lot more power than you think. Upright collaboration, we're getting together, creativity, but like in reverse, we're going to take it a little bit step deeper and say you have that creativity within yourself. You don't necessarily have to check with someone to see if this is a good idea or not, because you are a powerful person. I feel like every single one of you guys are powerful people that have a very creative soul, and it's calling to me, and it's calling to this reading right now to let you know that that is your biggest treat. That is your biggest superpower, to be the creative person that you are. And I'm going to clarify this with the Eye Candy Oracle. Please. Oh, goodness. You know what? I'm going to take it. I'm going to take it. It was only 2. I thought it was a lot more than 2. We got emotions, and we also got staycation. And let me show you these cards. So staycation is giving me, no matter where you are, you can make the best of it. Staycation is giving me being able to creatively turn a situation upside down. Manifesting is definitely giving me the idea that you are a manifester. And also emotions. We have the emotions card. So when we're talking about the treat in your life, you are in touch. You are possibly an empath, is what I'm picking up on. You are in touch with the collective. You have very deep emotions, and those emotions have made you a quite creative person. You are one of the most creative persons in general around the people that you are. You're kind of giving me vibes that you are creating something. You're very creative. You're artistic. What are you creating? I'm interested. Let me know down below. And I'm going to go on to the next card. A way that you can fully embrace this treat. Page of Swords. Ooh. This is giving me the vibes of you have to stand tall within yourself. You have to trust yourself. You have to sit down and think about the power that you're holding. You have to think about exactly what you can do, okay? You are already powerful, but you have to step into that power. The Page of Swords gives me the energy of someone who is not afraid. They're going to speak their mind. And with the wind blowing towards them, it's like in the face of opposition, you are still going to be you. You are still going to be exactly who you are meant to be because you are strong in your personality. You are strong in your being, okay? Is what I'm picking up on. And that is a trait that some people don't necessarily tap into, okay? Some people get stuck in being embarrassed about how people are going to view them, that they can't necessarily tap into their true self. That is a superpower that you have. You know who your true self is, and you are stepping into that confidence if you haven't already stepped into that confidence of your true self. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and clarify that card with the good old deck right here, the fortune cookie oracle deck. So give me a second. Go ahead and clarify the Page of Swords for me. Ooh, why are these cards jumping out like this? It says seek out solitude. I'm getting this message multiple times. Earlier I said, hey, don't trust them. You have the power within yourself. You know it. Seek out solitude. That is the best. And then also this person is on vacation too. They're reading books. They're getting knowledge. Knowledge from what? A book. That is wisdom. And if a book is created, that knowledge is from the past, ancient wisdom. I'm trying to connect them all together. You feel me? Let me know if I'm making sense down below. But with the sword energy, you're going to have to take a little step back from how the world is working and you step into who you really are. You're going to be touching into that ancient wisdom. You're going to be touching into yourself because there's a lot of wisdom that is within you without even trying. We come into this world with a lot of knowledge already, right? And it's just the time to tap into it. Like something that's popping up in my head is when I was younger, I swear, you know the Kesha song, Tick Tock on the Clock? Me and my sister literally wrote that song. Like we didn't get to the point where we wrote it and like Kesha was singing it. Someone else wrote the song, but before that song even came out, me and my sister actually wrote that song and performed it for my mom. We didn't do anything with that information, but like we did that. And the thing is, what's reminding me is everyone is going to have a certain idea, and it's the person that does something with that idea that gets known for that idea. Someone else can have that. Like I believe, I don't know if I'm just being silly. I believe that I had that TikTok song in my head, right? But I didn't do anything with it. So that idea went to another person and they made that song into a reality, something that I could not do at that point. You feel me? So go ahead and seek out solitude, listen to the answers that are within your soul and make your dreams a reality. Don't let someone come and snatch up your big bucks because had I went ahead, I don't know, put it on YouTube or something, your girl would be rich by now. And the last card is something I don't yet, or you don't yet, or we don't understand about this treat. Something that we don't understand about being alone, seeking into that solitude, the creativity. We don't yet understand that. Look at it. 7 of Cups. Stepping into that creativity gives us choices that are beyond our awareness. We don't realize that we are limiting ourselves by not stepping into that energy right now. We don't realize how much we are hurting ourselves by not stepping into that energy right now because we have so many options afforded to us. We have this card over here, right here. The 4 of Cups in reverse. A lot of cup energy, by the way. But the 4 of Cups in reverse. We have all these options afforded to us, but we can't see them because we're waiting for someone to tell us what to do. We're waiting for someone to give us what to do next. When in actuality, you already have the answer inside of you. We all have the answer inside of us, but we have to sit with ourselves. We have to listen to ourselves. And through us sitting, meditating, listening to ourselves, we can be so much more than people can even imagine. So let me go ahead and clarify this card real quick because my camera about to run out of space. and we're gonna go ahead and end it, but let me go ahead and show you this card. And it says, Voodoo zombie, leave the crazies behind and just imagine fears and stories. The magic message is listening to others' doubts or your own will make you crazy. Run away, leave the drama behind. What you don't yet understand about this treat is that you're being held back because you're listening to other people. You're listening to fear, and fear isn't what's gonna get you there, okay? Fear is not gonna be the power drive to get you to the next level. Fear is such a human emotion that keeps your soul from coming out, okay? And like, I know we are here for the human experience, but like, can we all just stump out fear and be our authentic selves? Because you wouldn't have came into this world being the crazy fun person that you are if you weren't meant to be that person in reality. So Voodoo Zombie, stop with the fears. Stop with listening to other people who will tell you that what you're thinking or what you're trying to do is not doable, because they don't know you. They don't know your path. You know yourself. Meditate with yourself and you already got the answers. You feel me? So I'm going to go ahead and end it at this. Much love and positive vibes, and I hope to see you guys again next time. Like, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will also let me know if you have any readings that you would like me to do down below. I kind of started buffering. I didn't know where to go from there.